Good morning. My name is Shalini Audi Teves. What is your full name?
My full name, Mary Chris Labo. You can call me Chris.
How shall I call you? Chris?
Chris. Yeah,
Chris.
Cris. Yeah.
Okay, Chris. Chris, can you talk about your country, Philippines?
Well, I live in the Philippines, which has a population of a million people, I guess, for now. And it's a very beautiful place. We have a lot of beaches here, which is one of the tourist attraction in the Philippines. We also have some parks and monuments here, especially in Manila City.
Okay, thank you. What is it that you don't like about your country?
Um, for me, I guess it's the traffic, the congested part of the place, especially in the urban places. So we have a lot of we have many ways of transportation for now, and people are owning cars and they do not have a parking lot. So it's adding the congested places in the Philippines. And
Okay, thank
if
you.
yes,
What are your hobbies?
okay. For now, I got to have my review a lot because of this preparation for the IELTS exam. But sometimes, if I got a leisure time, I do watch movies and read some books. And then sometimes, though, strolling with my phone and watch Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, thank you. Now, I'd like you to have an extra sheet of paper and I'd like you to think about this for 1 minute. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, this is your question now. Okay, timer starts now. Sorry. Okay, you may start now, please. Can you start now?
Okay. So I'll be talking to you about the toy when I got during my childhood years. So it's a Barbie doll. Actually, it's not a Barbie doll. It's a doll, but not a Barbie.
Mhm.
My mother used to give it to me during around 6 or 7 years old, I guess. Actually, he did not give me that doll, but I I asked for her to buy me some dolls because I really wanted it, and I am jealous with my friends that they have so many dolls with them and I do not have one. So I forced her to buy me, and she's a little bit angry because I'm very insistent with that thing. So she challenged me that if I behave and I will not destroy some of my toys, she will buy me that doll. And then after days of being so insistent, she gave me that thing one day when she got home from work, and I was very happy. I was um I was very excited to play with my childhood friends because I have this um, doll with me, and then yeah, I behave for
Okay, thank
having
you.
that.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Now I'd like you to proceed with our part three. So follow-up question for part three. So this is your part three now.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think children learn something from toys?
Yes, definitely. Toys is I mean, play is a very vital part of the child. So one of the one of the important part that they can enjoy play is by having the toy, and then the toy as well for the children will be a comfort or a benefit that they have to um, c- carry on, and then um, yeah,
Okay. Do the parents
yes.
spend on buying toys for their children?
Excuse me, come again.
Do the parents spend too much on buying toys for their children?
I guess it depends with the parents, but I think it's not practical to spend more money on toys because that is one of the wants of the children, not the needs. So maybe it's more regulation and buying toys, and then those I think um, they should spend more toys, buying toys on the educational part of the children.
Okay. How do the media attract the children towards toys?
Excuse me, sorry, I did not get the
How
question.
how do the media attract the children towards toys?
Okay, I guess media today is having those advertisement in on the TV, Facebook, and any other forms of social media to get the attraction of the people, and they hire artist or model that is very popular to act or to be on in that toy or to be the model of that toy in order for the consumer to get popular with the toy as well, and they usually get to watch the advertisement if they know the model.
Okay, thank you. That's the end of the IELTS speaking test.
Oh
Goodbye.
my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. I'm not so really prepared for this. I
Yeah, it's all
I
right.
was actually expecting this day to be an orientation. So
It's all right. I mean, there's always a first time, right? So even if you can never prepare to any type of test, I just have to say this, right? So hang on a sec.
yes.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Uh-huh. That's it. Yeah. So basically, the first part, when I asked you about your country, Philippines, yes, very good that you're giving me facts about it. But there's just one thing that I observe when you're going to answer questions. It's just that you have that monotone voice. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, like that.
Flat.
And
Yes.
yeah, it's very flat, and examiners actually put want you to put emphasis on the most important words. These are the nouns, the verbs, the adjectives, and the adverbs. So, having said this, it is important that you always take into consideration that you have that, you know, high and low pitch. And as much as possible, yeah, high and low pitch, and as much as possible, we're going to speak fast, okay, because
Okay.
that way you sound a bit dragging, and examiners are really wanting to test or wanting to know how good you are in English, and part of that is you need to be, well, natural. That's one thing, but what comes being natural is not like this, and then a bit slow when you talk. So yes, that's one thing for sure. You need to really take time and find ways to improve on your delivery. because I think that's a total package. Okay. Next, I was asking you about Philippines. So what are the things that you can talk about the Philippines? Well, aside from these facts that you made mention, you can also talk about the livelihood of the people here. Like they are engaged into aquaculture and agriculture. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Because these are the things that you need to talk about the Philippines, which I think would make your answer more interesting rather than,
Okay.
okay, it has a population of, I guess, millions. Oh, so what is so special about that? So you talk about the livelihood of the people here. You talk about the safety. Is it safe for people to live here? Something like that. Okay. So you can talk about the crime index if you want. And then I asked you, what is it that you don't like about, you said congested. Did I hear it right?
Yes.
Urban places. Okay. So what is it that you don't like about living in the Philippines? So yeah, you can talk about one place or some places that you think are really congested. So there are instances when you have problems with your subject verb object agreement. So sometimes you wrongly use verb which will not agree with your subject. So for example, the R, actually you get to listen to it because I recorded it. And so that being said, you can watch it again on YouTube. So you can check your YouTube. Okay, we're just gonna send you the
Okay.
file. Okay, and then I asked you about your country, Philippines. I asked about one thing that you don't like, and then I asked about your hobbies. What are your hobbies? So supposedly you are to enumerate your hobbies, and then yes, you did. Somehow you did. You talk about you're just reviewing now. Oh, this is just for the moment. Hobby is something that you enjoy, not just for the moment. Okay, so what would be your hobby? I think I'm into browsing the net. It's just that I'm interested checking out my friends on social media, for example. So I have developed a template, Mary Chris. The first one is you have to have an answer to the question, and then you give your reason for it. Then you are going to give me an evidence or an example. Then you go back to your point. Okay. So, for example, what are your hobbies? So, you are expected to answer more than one because it has to be plural. So, you say, what are your hobbies? So, my hobbies include this. And then you're going to give your reason for it. Then you give your example. Then you go back to your point. Okay. Are we good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then with your part two, I don't know if you observe it. So, let's part two. Supposedly, this should be in past form of the verb. Everything should
Okay.
be past form of the verb. So, meaning to say, wait a second. Yeah. So, wait, this is not that question. This one. So, describe a toy you like in your childhood. I don't know if you know this, but yeah, it should be past form of the verb. So, what it was, you
I
gave it.
see. Now I know that it should be past form. I thought that
Yeah,
would be okay if I used present or
no,
future.
examiner.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, examiner is only waiting for you to have problems with your verb. Okay, so your tenses. So this should be past tense, and also, can you explore more other vocabularies? Your vocabs are very simple. So I encourage you to explore on using idiomatic expressions, some collocations, which means a combination of two words. Okay. Yeah, it's just too simple. I mean, I would never, I don't think I will give you 7 band score for your lexical resource. So try to explore other words, related to toy, related to children, right? They are in their impressionable
Yes.
stage when they just want to explore almost everything. So some good words that you can describe when you talk about children, they're like sponges, they absorb everything. Okay. So the tense is actually a bit of a problem there. So I hope that you pay attention to that, and I don't want you to have problems with it again. Okay. Next,
Okay.
let's talk about the part three now. So for the part three, okay, I ask you, do you think children learn something from toys? Okay, you can be honest. You know what? The best answer is, of course, there's no right or wrong answer, but there could be a bet. We consider the best answer. So when you are going to, do you think children learn something from toys? Oh, Definitely, but I don't mean every toy. There are just some toys that I think would be considered educational. Well, because it really requires them to think. Sometimes it's even mind-boggling. For example, a jigsaw puzzle. I think at a very young age, like in when you're at grade school, you are expected to be able to play jigsaw puzzle because it will help you to strategize and it develops your mental strength. Because of course you just have to put it all together, make sure that you'll be able to come it up as whole, right? A complete image of what you're expected. So, yun ang inaano ko. No, I noticed that hindi mo masyado siya nagagawa with that. So, try to work it out. Do the parents spend too much on buying toys for their children? Do the parents spend too much on buying toys for their children? I was not asking you should they spend too much? I need to know what is going on now. Do the parents spend too much? Like, it's not something that you are going to suggest as what parents should do, but at the moment, what is happening? That's what I want to know. So, do the parents
Okay.
spend too much on buying toys for their children? Um, I just observed that some parents nowadays are not like that, or some parents are like that. So you need to give me what your observation is. That's what I'm actually expecting. So, how do the media attract the children towards toys? There are so many ways. And I think one thing about it, like you said, they're using celebrities to advertise toys. Yes, that can be true. Yeah, celebrities. So, right after that, you're going to give me one perfect example of it. When they use celebrity or actress, then this certain actress advertise a toy. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can talk about a child star, maybe, since this is a toy. So I think that will be a more, yeah, somewhat a more appropriate answer. Okay. Or you can also talk about they just use anime. They don't really have that actress or famous person there, but they put animation that it would look magical. And so children are going to be enticed to just look at it and watch it and well decide for themselves that they want to buy it. So I think again, how do the media attract the children towards toys? Firstly, okay, firstly by using popular personalities such as celebrities to advertise certain toys or object of entertainment. Usually a child star would play with this certain toy, like maybe a famous offspring of celebrities. They're going to play together that it would just look really appealing to the masses. And I think I saw one advertisement about that on social media. I think that was the daughter of Ding Dong Dantes and Marian Rivera. These people are both famous celebrities in my country. And I think that really gave a hit because, you know, this child looks beautiful, looks pleasing, and the toy just looks so magical. So people didn't think twice. The young ones didn't think twice of not buying it. Okay? In addition to that, so kung gusto mo pa magdagdag, pwede ka pa. Basta, you need to use some signpost words like this. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you could have done better than this. Okay, I know you're surprised. I know you are surprised, but this is a good try because they always say you can never prepare to any kind of test. There's no preparation to it, and so I just want you to know that it's not about practicing that makes perfect. It doesn't about it. It's not about practice makes perfect. It's practicing right. Because even if you practice all the time, if you're not doing the right thing, then I don't think you'll be doing the right thing. Like, you know, you need to have feedback from them. You need to be taught how it is. Like there's somebody who knows how you should be doing your interview. That is really what is important. So I hope I was able to help you. Do you have any questions so far?
No, actually, no. It's good to hear your feedback. Um, Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
a
sure.
little bit
Yeah,
anxious.
sure. That's normal. That's pretty normal. So, what I want you to do now is you can watch my video and please check our linguist access tutorial so you can play it back and you can watch again the feedback so at least you can review it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you
Marcus.
so much.
Yes, and I'm inviting everyone to please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. It's Linguist Access Tutorial. I have a number of interviewees there, and of course, we had an interview. They were also given the same feedback with what I did with Mary Chris. So I'm inviting you all. If you think this is something really important to you, you share it to your friends, and if not, then maybe just keep it to yourself. Okay. So anyway, I also have my page. It's Linguist Access Tutorial. Okay, I'm encouraging you all to join, or yes, so you have the first hand scoop of information. Should you have any clarification or question, I'm still willing to answer it, Mary Chris. This is your last
No.
call. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
So for now, my score is 6.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's
Thank
okay.
you.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.